You know it's a good sign when it fogs it up. That means that shit's hot.
So, something very unexpected happened today. It is right now. It is almost 10 o'clock. Um, so before I get to what happened that was strange and why I'm home and unexpected, um, this morning went normal. Woke up around 4:15, 4:20. Came downstairs, immediately started editing my video. Once I finished my video, I started reading articles and watching more videos. I'm just so enthralled with this life on Mars, and not only that, but just space in general lately, which I've always had an interest in it, but now I'm just like getting deeper. And today, just kind of learning about Schrodinger's cat and quantum physics and such, like superpositions, and that. Obviously, I'm nowhere near understanding it, but just Neil deGrasse Tyson in Star Talk, he does such a good job of making it applicable to like real life scenarios and just making it understandable. I call it, like, for me, I call myself a knuckle dragger. He makes it understandable for knuckle draggers, just meatheads. And he just does such a fantastic job, and it's super engaging and just easy to digest and just get sucked into. So I did that till like I almost was late for work. Like I looked down, it was like 10 after 6. So that's why I didn't intro the video earlier, because I was like, oh shit, I gotta leave. But it had me that interested, that I lost track of time. So I did that for about an hour this morning, because I finished my video like just after 5 o'clock. But then got ready, went to the shop, and the driveway was sealed, and we weren't sure if it was Saturday or Sunday it got sealed, and we weren't sure if we were supposed to go on it. So, like, because it was all still taped off in that, and the owner didn't take anything down. So we contacted the owner, and we waited for like almost 40 minutes. It was like 35 minutes, and never got back. So me and Riley just called it. He finally got back like after 9 o'clock, but Riley's all the way home and shit. Already we're home, and done for the day, which is not the worst thing in the world, because we don't have like a fuck ton of work to do this week. Like, we'll be able to get the work done in 4 days. So, but for the next couple hours, now I'm going to continue to just dive into my research of this shit and continue to nourish that fucking curiosity thirst here, and just keep reading and such, and researching. Stimulate the brain for a couple hours, and then I'm going to go hit the gym, come home, and probably continue to stimulate the brain. I might film some short form content, some shorts tonight. But yeah, I'm excited to hop back into it. But I learned early I was learning about a superposition, which is interesting. And a superposition, essentially what it is, from my understanding, is like stating that a qubit could be a 0 and a 1 simultaneously. And like Neil deGrasse Tyson was saying, so in classical computing, 0 or 1, right? And like we're saying in the superposition, 0 and a 1. It could be those simultaneously, or it could be like 30% a 0, 70% a 1, or 50-50, or 60-40, or 20-80, whatever. And when it comes to like quantum mechanics, which again, bear with me, I don't fully understand all this, but a quantum system exists in multiple states simultaneously until it is measured, which is like, so back in the day, I guess, with quantum physics and that, they believed it was until the observer observed it, but now they use, instead of observed, they use it's until it's measured. So if I'm understanding this correctly, so if you have like a subatomical molecule, it could be in a superposition. So say it's here, right? But until we observe it, but it's not observed until we measure it. So say it's in a box, like that's where Schrodinger's cat comes in. The cat's in a box. Say that subatomical particle is in that box, and you crack that box open. When the light hits it, the photons are bigger than the particle. And so, say it was sitting there in the box, but when the photons hit it, it moves it. It disperses it, right? It changes it. So then when we look in the box, we're like, oh, there's nothing there. But there actually was something there. The photons disrupted it. If that makes sense. I don't even know if I fucking fully understand it. And like, so when they're saying like Schrodinger's cat, the Schrodinger's cat example is when the cat was in there, it's like, is the cat dead or is the cat alive? And when it's in that box and we don't know, it's in a superposition. It could be both at the exact same time. I don't even know if that fucking makes sense. But that's what I'm going to research right now and try to learn more and more and more and more, which it takes decades for people to understand. Quantum mechanics, physics, computing, all of it anyways. So I doubt I'm going to get really anything in this next couple hours, but we're going to see. We're going to interest ourselves here. After hours and hours and hours of reading today and videos and such of just quantum physics, quantum mechanics, I think I might be getting a grasp on something here. But like they say, if you think you understand quantum physics, you don't. But I don't know. This is... So I have quantum tunneling on my board here, and I think I have a grasp on it. And I would really like to know, like, if there's anybody that may come across this video that knows about quantum mechanics, please let me fucking know. Or, like, comment somebody or something. Give me a little fucking connection to somebody that knows quantum mechanics or anything that could explain this a little bit better. But I got home from the gym. I'm still in my gym clothes. I got home from the gym at like 3:30, 8, came right back downstairs and started diving right back into fucking quantum mechanics. I'm at like 7 hours today of reading articles, watching videos and such on it, because it is 6:45 already. So that was like already another 3+ hour bout of fucking quantum mechanics studying, and I did like 3 hours earlier, or like 2.5 hours earlier. But here's my understanding maybe of like quantum tunneling. So this is quantum tunneling, right? This is a particle, okay? And in quantum mechanics, particles are also wavelengths, right? You don't look at a particle, an unmeasured particle, which was once an unobserved particle, is what they used to call it, but now it's unmeasured, because when you measure a particle, it becomes a classical particle. I think. So in quantum mechanics, you got to look at particles not like particles, but they're actually wavelengths. And this is a wavelength, right? So in classical physics, if a particle hit a barrier like this and it didn't have the energy to get over this barrier, it would just stay on this side of the barrier. Because particles are not looked at like particles like in classical physics, they're described as wavelengths like this. The wavelength can pass through, which leaves a non-zero amplitude here, right? And this is where particles are found through the, I believe it's the Schrodinger equation, and doing the math here on this amplitude. In this area is where you would find the electron. So the electron could go from here, and because of probability, there's a chance that it could tunnel through and appear here now. I think. Because in my notes here, a wave function meets a barrier. When a wave function meets a barrier, it decays exponentially. That's why you see the wavelength. It goes high, comes low, and it never goes high again, right? See how it's decaying exponentially? And if the barrier is because this barrier is thin enough, right? Say in the world this barrier was thin enough to the point where this wave function can exist on the other side of it, it gives the electron probability to appear or to show up on this other side. And how is this explainable? I don't know, because of math, I guess. My brain, let me tell you right now, my brain is fucking like absolute mush. It is so like fried beyond belief, because this is like, whoa, intense shit. But it has gotten me so fucking rattled and interested. It's unbelievable. But again, if anybody that's watching this video knows anybody that knows quantum mechanics, or if you know quantum mechanics or anything and want to fucking hit me up, comment on the video and shit, and let me know, because I would really like to talk to somebody that knows about this to see if what I'm understanding is somewhat correct and could lead me and just have some conversation about this, because I am beyond enthralled, to say the least. Neil deGrasse Tyson put it pretty simple. He said, quantum tunneling is achievable because it is a wave function, meaning a particle will always have a probability to show up where it is not invited. So regardless of if we're looking at classical physics, to get over a hill, you need the energy to get up and over the hill. But when you're looking at quantum mechanics, when you're looking at quantum physics, it doesn't need that energy to get over the hill, because we're looking at subatomical matter, and we're looking at electrons, neutrons, right? And because the particle is not represented as like a particle like we know to be true, like a circular particle that's measured, it is described as a wavelength. And because of that wavelength, and because the wavelength, if it is, the barrier is small enough, it could appear on the other side, meaning it gives the probability of the electron appearing on that wavelength again in those amplitudes. I don't know, but I need to shower and eat. It is 7 o'clock now. I've been in this room down here for fucking forever. I came down here, I think, today. I don't even know when the first time I came down here. My sister, I think 10:30. Didn't leave till like noon. Like, I'm gonna say, I think it was like 12:30. I went back upstairs, ate, changed, went to the gym, got to the gym around 1:30. Got home from the gym around like 3:15ish. 3:20 or something. Ate, ran downstairs, and have been downstairs again watching copious amounts of videos and reading tons of articles on quantum theory. Or not quantum theory. Well, also, I'm not even going to get into quantum field theory that I was fucking learning about. Just quantum physics, period. But yeah, no, quantum theory is also a pretty cool thing. Because we could also talk about virtual particles. That has to do with quantum theory. Or quantum field theory. QFTs. Alright, I need to go eat.